Hey everybody, it's Monday the 30th of June. I just wanted to quick show you what my breakfast looks like from my lovely wife. It is this T-bone. This is a First Light T-bone from Australia. I think I paid about 1,100 baht for that. So that's about $40. And it's bigger than my hand. I think it's 700 something grams. Look at all that, and the fat is just wonderful. So I only bought this because it was on sale, like half price. I'm not sure why, but it is fantastic. Fantastic. Hey everybody, it is June 30th. It's Monday evening, going on 6 o'clock. I'm in my walk after work. Normally I'd be in the gym, but my wife isn't going to work out, so I wanted to come outside. I'm taking a quick walk on a side road here just to get away from the traffic so I can quick do this video. The traffic, the noise is just horrendous. Really so stressful. I don't know how people stay in this all the time. But yeah, I wanted to get a quick, quiet moment just to do this video. But just to say, today has been a day and a reason why, a reminder why I want to stop working. Oh my gosh, it is incompetence at the highest level. Incompetence, irresponsibility, and drama at the highest level. And this is the type of day that makes me want to stop working. I've had a break from this kind of day for the past couple weeks, and it's almost made me wonder, wow, this is going pretty good. You know, it's going pretty good here at work today, and it's been about a couple weeks. It's been very positive and optimistic and collaborative, but today absolutely just took me way back, took me right back to the reason why, a big reason why I want to stop working in this shit. Sorry, crap. This is crap. This is exactly why I want to finish. And I think it was good that I get this reminder, because I've been feeling pretty positive and optimistic moving forward. And but I can't go into the details. I don't want to go into details of the work. Let me just say it is a high degree of incompetence, high degree of deflection, no responsibility, and drama. Oh my gosh. I spent half the day in meetings regurgitating the same drama. And it's because we have no leadership. We have zero leadership. And we have zero leadership that knows what to do. And he's not listening to counsel. And he deflected and blamed me partially for the result. I'm like, I told you to do the opposite of what you did. We are here where we are because you didn't listen to me again. So this is it. And you know what the good thing about this is? I am much better than I would be about it. I didn't react. I did confront him, and I did hold him accountable and reminded him, but very gently, and matter-of-factly, and then I walked away. And I haven't felt emotional about it. Yeah, it makes me angry that this happens, but I don't have the emotion I had before about it. Oh my gosh, I'm getting victory in this, and I'm able to walk through this. So there's two good things in this. The victory I have about not being angry and stewing on it and reacting, getting angry in the meeting, but holding my ground, holding accountability, speaking the truth without getting angry, without emotion, and I'm not carrying it anymore. I'm not carrying the anxiety from that anymore. Oh my gosh, victory in this. So this was a good day, even though it was a pretty crappy day. Total crap. Wow. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, but I might end up having to confront the boss again. But I can't believe it. And there were other people in the room that saw what happened. Another person is getting really fed up with it because she's taking on a lot of the workload because of this level of incompetence. She's being dumped on, and they're gonna lose her. She's good, and fortunately it's been good with her. I've been collaborating with her, and we've been commiserating together. I got to be careful though, because commiserating too much can get you in trouble with. You have to know where to draw lines. You can't, and I think I crossed the line with another colleague who's part of this drama, and he's who knows if any conversations I had with him in the past could be used against me in the future. So I'm trying to stay neutral in his situation, even though I disagree fully with how he's behaving right now. And largely part of this drama is because of him. And you got to really be careful with the conversations you have with people at work. You really be careful, because you know what will be used against you later. And do not write anything down. Don't write anything down on chats, especially on work communications. Do not write it down. And it's a mistake I'm realizing I made. I was disgruntled for a period of time, and I was having chats with this guy, and I wrote some things that I probably should not have said that could make things, I can't get fired for it, but it could make things uncomfortable if he exposed me. I don't think he will, because he's got no reason to betray me in any way. But I'm doing my responsibility in my role. So anyway, be careful. Be careful with who you communicate with at work, because people can turn on you, and when it comes down to survival, they'll turn on you. I wouldn't do it. I would never do it. But people will, and I can tell you, I have a little bit of concern about him doing that to me if he really wants to cause a problem. So I'm not, generally I'm not worried about it. It's not enough. I'm leaving soon, so it wouldn't matter anyway. But I shouldn't have done it. It was bad judgment on my part. Very bad judgment to become too casual with conversation with a colleague. And HR is not your friend. No matter how much they smile, HR does not get into HR because they love people. HR is not there to be people lover. HR is there to make sure policies and procedures, they're there to defend the organization. So I need to make sure I have my videos on me. So that was learned lesson. HR is not your friend. HR is not your friend. Be very careful with what you communicate with colleagues. Do not give them personal secrets. Do not make complaints about colleagues, and do not write it down. Do not put it in black and white in a chat or digitally. It will, and it may be used against you at one point if you have a falling out with that colleague. So don't do it. I'm a little nervous that he could do it, but he really has no reason to, because he's really in a stupid situation now by his own doing, and I can't support him with that. So he's really being foolish. Anyway, the other thing was, I just finished it this weekend. We have Netflix, and I've only had Netflix for a couple months. We bought Netflix, I had Netflix for a couple months during COVID. It never even occurred to me. I don't watch movies, and I really get bored with movies. Never had any interest in Netflix. But we had Netflix for a little while during COVID, and then and I came across this series called Squid Games, and the only reason I started it was because of a finance guy that I follow and really trust. He was talking about, he's an investor in Netflix, I'm not. He's talking about this Netflix series, Squid Games. And so I checked it out because it had to do with personal finance and debt. And he said it was pretty brutal, but very interesting. So I got hooked on it. I watched it. And then I binge watched it, and then we kept Netflix for a little while, and then I canceled it. And then it wasn't until this past year that I wondered what happened with this series, and I found out the series was ending, and it just came out this weekend. The finale just came out this weekend, and so we rented it a couple weeks ago, or I resubscribed, and it's only 169 baht a month, so about $6 a month. How much do you pay? And it's with no ads. I understand there's tiers in America, but this is even the second tier. The first tier is like 159 baht, but you can only watch the videos on your movies on your phone, and you can only have one user. So for 20 baht more, something like that, I think it's 169 or 79 baht. So that's about $6 a month, no ads, and you can watch movies on your phone or on the TV. And I wanted to watch them on the TV because I only watch on the weekend, Friday night and a Saturday night, sometimes Sunday. So anyway, and my wife watches it throughout the week. I don't watch movies throughout the week. I get really bored. But she likes it. The only reason I've kept it is because she likes the Korean movies. She passively watches them. She's not intent on them, but she passively watches them. So I only keep it for that, and it's not expensive. If it wasn't for her, I would cut it. But I was just mostly interested in the Squid Games. And anyway, I watched the finale. I was impressed. It's pretty brutal, violent, but I was impressed with how good it was. It's strange because the dialogue is so simple and long drawn out dialogue. And it almost they're pushing boring to an extent. But it's very intriguing and I was intrigued by the individual stories. But the whole concept of the movie is people doing stupid games because they got themselves in trouble with debt, with financial debt, personal debts. I mean, people owed millions, hundreds and thousands of millions of dollars. And these people were so desperate to get out of debt that they would literally put their life on the line. And with the only one winner outcome, there's only one possible winner outcome. And people were that desperate with money that they just put themselves in trouble. So anyway, I really recommend the Squid Games. And I'm more interested along the storylines of the different individuals. But the games are kind of bizarre, kind of humorous, comical conversations and dialogue. Very simple. But I really liked how they ended it. I was afraid they were going to ruin it. But I thought it was a fantastic ending. The baby wins in the end. Almost kind of predictable. They're not going to kill a baby for games, but the baby wins in the game. I mean, I knew it was predictable, but how it happened and who actually made her win was really, really well done. A bravo to Squid Games. But the other thing that's interesting about me is I like personal finance, and I watch Dave Ramsey sometimes. I listen to him for the stories. I don't listen to him for finance advice. I don't think he's a good financial advisor. I think his advice actually is extremely elementary and missing some things, but he's playing to the audience. He's playing to like 95% of the people. So in that case, I could see it. But if you really want to be an investor and outperform, you can't follow his advice. But his advice on getting out of debt is spot on, except for paying off a mortgage. He's dead set on paying off your mortgage. Regardless of what, get your mortgage out. I understand his argument, but I'm not sure I'm not convinced. That's probably not the route I would go. But I'm listening to stories of people, million dollars, more than $1 million in debt, with education fees and school fees and the credit card debt. Oh my gosh. And some of the people paying interest, 10 to 20% interest on hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt. And most of it's because of poor personal management. They don't understand personal finance. They don't understand how credit works. And things getting out of hand. That lifestyle creep, lifestyle creep. Holy cow. Instead of, the more people make, the more they spend to live like they're rich. Rich people don't live like they're rich. Rich people live like they're average. It's poor people who live like they're rich. Poor people are gonna stay poor by living like they're rich. You have college degrees. People with college degrees can't even save $5. I know people personally. 2 college degrees from a high prestigious university. 2 college degrees, and the complaint is always, we can't even feed ourselves. We don't even have enough to feed ourselves. That's insane. 2 college degrees, and these are the same people that are saying education is the only way. Education is the only way. I'm like, yeah, how's that working for you? You're professionals for the last 40 years. You're in your upper 50s, and now your kids are also graduated from the same school. It's your 2 kids, and you guys can't save you're complaining about saving $5. You can't even save $5. You can't invest $5. You're crying about not being able to save $5. Something is wrong there. And then at the same time, these are the same people who've got boats and jet skis and 4 cars, 3 motorcycles, and I'm talking like $20,000 motorcycles. It's insane. And I'm like, and then at the same time they're turning around saying they don't even have $5 extra to pay for food. Oh my gosh. I'm like, do you know how stupid you sound? And again, these are the same people that are saying, you need to go to school. Making fun of someone else's kids for not going to school. Saying that, school is everything. You don't have a future without school. I'm like, yeah, you're going to be in debt for the rest of your life. Meanwhile, those kids, not kids anymore, have a technical skill, have a blue collar worker skill, and they're killing it. And they're going to be killing it more because AI is coming, and AI is coming for those college jobs. They're not coming for the blue collar worker jobs, the concrete workers and the masons and the plumbers and the technicians. AI is coming for the office people. So who are the people, who are you laughing at? Man, really, personal finance, and I've really tried to stay humble about sharing information that I learn and know, and I just get ignored. I get ignored by the kids. I get ignored by the parents, and they just mock me. Oh, you don't understand. You don't understand. I don't understand what? That I lived below my means. I saved and then I invested. I made mistakes, but I still have got some savings to show for it. And I'm sorry for the people out there who might be in that bad situation. But I'm like, these are choices you've made. You can't say you haven't, and this is where I can understand why Ramsey gets angry. These are choices you've made. It is simple. The math is simple. He's proven it. If you start saving $100 a month, by the time you're 18, for the next 12 years, for 45 years, $100 a month, that's it. give or take 100 or and more, you will be a millionaire by the time you're 65. It's in the S&P 500 on a very conservative rate of return, $100 a month starting at 18. And if you can't do that, you start with what you have, and then you increase it as you get older. You don't decrease it. And anyway, this stuff gets me fired up because I wish I had known this. I didn't have this kind of information when I was younger. Things would be different if I had known this before. But this really gets me fired up. And anyway, the Squid Games just makes me see how desperate people become, and I see that, when I hear these stories on Dave Ramsey, I'm like, oh my gosh, man, how did you get there? So, I mean, the common denominator is save as much as you can, as early as you can, invest it, and keep dumping your money into it. Avoid keeping up with the Joneses. Avoid the lifestyle creep. Save as much as you can, as early as you can. And they show that if you can save something the equivalent of $100 or $500 a month, and then stop from 18 until 30, and then stop at the age of 30, compared to someone who only starts saving at the age of 30, that same amount until the age of retirement, the person who started the earliest, even stopping at 30, will have more than the person who started late. But the old saying goes, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. Correct your mistakes, learn from your mistakes, listen to people who know and are familiar with these things. Like I said, I go home and I try to talk about these things, and I get laughed at. I get scoffed at by everybody making jokes. I just keep my mouth shut now. I don't listen. Kids are not interested. The common thing that you hear is, well, if you were a kid, you wouldn't have listened either. And I'm like, I'm not so sure about that. I think I did listen. If someone would have sat down with me and explained that to me, to understand the power of compounding interest, I'm very sure I would have got it, but I didn't understand it. Even with the finance degree, I wasn't told about this. I didn't have a personal finance course in school. But now you've got it all over the internet. You've got all kinds of information. People are talking about it all the time. I'm kind of in that circle, so I'm listening to it all the time. But the information is there. I've read a number of books. It all is the same, and it says the same thing, but very few people will listen. So, yeah, that was my little rant. I didn't expect it to last that long. I'm walking in circles to stay in the quiet road. I'm coming out on the main street. I'm going home. Everybody take care. God bless. Start early. If not, start now. Take it slow.